Here we go, back at it again, getting you set for action coming up this weekend, and another great weekend as we're building and compiling information and trying to get a feel for everything that's happening with Breeders' Cup World Championships coming up, roughly in about 3 weeks or so from right now. So even if we're not necessarily picking the winners that we want to pick, we're just still trying to stay focused, and then hopefully everything comes together for us on that Friday and Saturday. We feel pretty good about the information and the horses that we've been scouting, so we'll see what we can do to put things together coming up this weekend, all right? So let's get started. Coming up this weekend, we have 3 nice graded stakes events. We start with the Grade 2 Sycamore Stakes coming up Friday at Keeneland, mile and a half on the turf, race number 9 on the card that day. A lot of horses in here will be sitting just off the pace. Il Siciliano to the inside, safe trip home. Mercante's got a little bit of early speed to offer. We'll see if they try to jump out and at least get involved. Utah Beach, deep closer. Grand Sonata should be sitting in a nice spot. Desvio is a runner that's dangerous because of Johnny V. Request is also a runner that could be in the mix. And Ciro, Goldeneye, Ohana, Honor, and Anglophile. Those are deep closers to the outside. Mile and a half, I don't like deep closing horses. I always prefer horses that'll be up close because it's so hard to catch speed the further you go. So this is the runner I like. It's the number 9. It is Goldeneye. And this is a runner that has some early speed and should be in a great spot. And even if someone else, like let's say Mercante, wants to jump out there and try and dictate, Goldeneye with Irad Ortiz Jr. will be sitting right there. I trust him. We're getting great value on the horse, 5-1 on the morning line. Probably going to get bet down. We'll probably end up getting post time 7-2. I'm totally fine with that. We'll take the $9 on that one all day long, every day. That's what's happening in the Grade 2 Sycamore Stakes. That's Friday from Keeneland. From there, we go to Keeneland on Saturday. The Grade 1 QE2, Queen Elizabeth II, mile and an eighth on the turf. It is race number 9 on the card. No weather expected to come through at Keeneland, so we shouldn't have any issues with our turf course. Now, this race is a bit more competitive. Lush Lips just ran second, is always competitive. Laura Lynn is probably going to be the favorite because she's undefeated. 5 for 5. She's tough. Simmering is interesting. Daisy Flyer warrants some respect. Opulent Restraint has some early speed, and Joel Rosario is riding very well as of late. Definitely they figure. Candy Quest, Destino d'Oro, Will Then. Those are runners that figure, but I don't know if they're good enough. So the only runners that I think are really viable, Laurelin because of the undefeated mark, Opulent Restraint because of the speed. But with that being said, we're going to go with a runner that is in great form and a runner we've had before. And we're also going to get value, we believe, on the 9. Fionn is a runner that's won 3 in a row, looking to make it 4 in a row. And what I like most about the runner is sits consistently, has a great turn of foot, runs horses down, and I like that the horses had a break. Brad Cox, I thought, did a great job with this runner after that victory on July 5th, shut her down for a minute, and then brought her back last month, and now she's ramping it back up for Breeders' Cup, hopefully. But for this, we think she's going to be fantastic second off the layoff. We're probably going to end up being your post-time favorite, but we'll take that. No worries at all. That's what's happening in the QE2, the 9, Fionn. Wrapping it up with the Grade 3 Glen Cove Stakes, Saturday at Belmont. Belmont meeting at Aqueduct, that is. 6 furlongs on the turf. It'll be race number 10 on the card. This one also, it's pretty competitive, right? Italian Soiree to the inside, Flat Out Time, Me Governor, Pop Idol. You know, these are a lot of horses, and there's some speed in the race. You've got your main track horses, 11 and 12, so we're probably not going to get those. But you take a look at what's happening, and there is a little weather coming through, but I don't think it's going to affect the turf course. Take a look at what's happening, and I really feel like I want a horse that is consistent and should be in the right spot and doesn't have a problem not only with the surface, but also the track there, Belmont at Aqueduct. And that means I go with the 2. Love Severde. Really like the way that this filly can sit and make that move. Manny Franco gets back aboard. He was aboard, back in March when they ran at Gulfstream Park. It did not go well. But since then, she has improved, and I'm okay with Manny Franco coming back. In fact, I think I get value because Manny Franco is riding for Miguel Clement. So I think that the 2 Love Severi will be sitting just off the pace in a great spot. We'll take that. We'll get some value. I feel pretty good about that, and I feel good about the price that we'll get as well. And there you have it. That's your 3 races for this weekend, right? You get the Sycamore coming up, you get the QE2 from Keeneland, and then we get the Glen Cove. Great racing on the turf course. I don't think we'll have any issues with the surface, and hopefully we'll get our check marks. But once again, all about putting together some data and then helping to formulate your approach for the biggest weekend. Everything is all about that. I'm not saying that we don't want the money this weekend, just saying we're not going to be discouraged if things aren't going our way. All right? In the meantime, in between time until next time, that'll do it for us here on Horse Race Bets. I'm Ken Rudulph. Good luck and enjoy whatever you're into.